Winter is coming here in North Idaho, which means it's time for some improvements to the shop. We've got a ton of current projects, as you can tell. We're gonna update on all the builds, do some major improvements to the garage, and we're gonna get going on the 2J mower. We're getting it in the garage right now. It's been a year since we started that project. And also we've got a bunch of new merch. We've got long sleeve versions of the skull tee. We've got new colors, and we're back in stock with the beanies, just in time for winter. And along with all of that, we're announcing an exciting new giveaway. We're gonna give away one of these. So this Surron that we're giving away is awesome. It's electric, obviously. It has like a 40-mile range, and it's silent, so you can like do wheelies through your neighborhood without pissing off your neighbors. Yeah, super fun bike. It's an awesome giveaway, so definitely check that out.
So not only are we giving away the Surron, which is a brand new one, by the way. You don't want used stuff from Grindhard, but we're giving away a brand new Surron. And if you win this bike, you guys are gonna get every upgrade available from Dirty Bike Industries. They're gonna send you everything, new pegs, handguards, fenders. So the second you guys get this bike, you can upgrade it immediately, and you'll be ready to rip through your neighborhood in no time. Every $5 spent on merch gets you an entry, so check it out.
The most important upgrade that we need to do to the shop is to make the roof not leak. You've probably seen in many of our videos drips of water on our faces and on the lathe and camera gear and just all the places you don't want water. We're just gonna go through and seal up all the holes, put in new screws, because right now it's held on with nails. That's how they used to do roofing metal. That's how old this roof is. You just nail it on. Obviously it doesn't seal very well. So we've replaced that with proper roofing screws, some silicone sealant, and get that all buttoned up. At the Woodshed. As you may remember, there used to be a wall here supporting this roof, and it was like, and the roof was lower, so every time you walked out of here you'd bash your head on it. So I was stacking in firewood for the winter, and I decided to just raise the roof up and build some basic trusses for it so it didn't have to be supported here, which is the best upgrade I've done to the shop yet, because now you can just walk in and out, like to go over to the scrap pile or the shed or whatever to get parts. Obviously this is our scrap metal pile. It's kind of a mess right now. So we got the roof all sealed up. The main thing was just going through and replacing all the nails with screws, because a lot of the sheets were just flapping around. And then the other major improvement was there were some fiberglass panels in the roof that were there to let in light. They were sort of a translucent green, and they were leaking badly because they just deteriorated over the years. So I just took those out because they weren't really doing anything anyway. And replaced them with some scraps of roofing metal that I had. And then we just sealed every seam with sealant, and sealed up all the old little holes here and there, new screws all around, and yeah, I think it's waterproof now.
Start it up.
I have all this old roofing metal that's actually off of my house from when I redid the roof, and we're gonna put that up all up on the ceiling, which is gonna be a win-win-win in many ways. It'll be way cleaner, way brighter. It'll help reflect the heat back down. It's no insulated value at all, but it's reflective. You know, just better in every way. And if any drips do get through the roof, now we've got another roof.
So much better.
So much better. Should have done this years ago, but
no more water dripping on the drones when they're charging.
All around a good thing.
This is lit.
Nice stepping stool.
Oh yeah. You know, Colonel has many uses.
Handmade.
Yep.
Handmade stepping stool.
World's most technologically advanced stepping stool. along with shop improvements. Got most of the ceiling done, and it looks so much better. And also, I'm making more space, partly because I need to get to the ceiling over here. This whole shelf here was just full of random scraps of old lumber that I had. Some of it was still worth saving because I still build stuff sometimes. This whole pile, on the other hand, was just random crap that I had been saving for years for no good reason. It's not even big pieces. So, bonus, big old stack of very dry wood for kindling and firewood. So, you know, it's a win-win. And now, we can use that shelf for storing metal. That's the ceiling done. It looks about 1 trillion times better. And who knows if it'll be warmer, but it'll be at least a little less drafty. So that's something, and a lot less leaky. And speaking of less drafty, I'm gonna take this piece of plywood from my pile of plywood and cover up this draftiness. I've just been putting plastic over that every year. Just like, oh yeah, we'll just throw another layer of plastic on it because I'm lazy. So I'm just gonna board over it because all you can see is the backside of my canoe anyway.
The plastic was held together with a paint mixing stick at one point.
Apparently, that looks like something I might have come up with when I was a child. Because this color of green is the color that the house was painted when I was like, I don't know, 10 or something. So, you know. The other one, that one, I know how that one got broken out. Throwing knives.
What kind of R value you think you're adding?
R cardboard? An R value of 0.5? I don't know. I'm not so much going for the R value. I mean, that is a benefit, but also just covering up all the little holes. Like this is also just cardboard that's been on here for the last, 20 some years. Just going around and covering up all the spots where either there wasn't cardboard or where there's holes, or like up here, this was just like straight through up to the, up into the attic sort of space. So, recycling.
While Ethan's totally upgrading the garage, you can probably see me in the corner of the time lapses editing. And that brings me to the sponsor of this video, Kove Audio. They just sent us these. These are the Kove 101N noise canceling headphones, and they're a huge upgrade. You get way better battery life. They are wireless, Bluetooth, and the memory foam ear cushions make them super comfortable. And these things get loud. You just connect them to Bluetooth, turn them up, and they bump. These headphones have a built-in microphone for hand-free calling. They work up to 30 feet away, and you can get 32 hours of battery life out of these bad boys. Trust me, in this garage, you need noise-canceling headphones if you want to get anything done.
Because I'm always over here making all sorts of noise.
And when I'm not editing and we're just trying to bump in the garage, we use the Kove Split. We get 7 hours out of this thing. It's super loud, wireless, Bluetooth, same deal. What makes it stand out from the rest of the speakers out there is you can split it in half, and then you got yourself surround sound. You can get these new headphones or any Kove audio product using our link in the description for 68% off. So it's koveaudio.com/GP68 or use GP68 at checkout, and you guys are gonna love these things. They're awesome. But we got a lot of work to do in this garage, so let's get back to it. Got that extreme home makeover going on.
Extreme terrible shop makeover. Yeah, so the main thing I did over here is I had a sheet of 2-inch foam insulation that was screwed to the ceiling, not for insulated purposes, just to store it there so it didn't get messed up. But I had no real use for it, it was extra. So I put that on this wall behind the wood stove, the idea being that this is where the most heat loss happens because it's just this extremely hot stove just going straight out through the porous wall. So I put that foam insulation with obviously space around it for the stovepipe, and then put some strips of wood and the last of my scrap roofing metal. Just went over that wall so obviously the wood stove doesn't set it on fire. So the metal's spaced out from the foam so it doesn't melt it. Yeah, we had these fire extinguishers hanging by the wood stove, which is, you know, a good place to keep one in case you need it, but not going to extinguish anything very fast with that. Time for some new ones. In the ongoing effort to make the shop bigger without making it bigger, I'm gonna get rid of this whole bench here because I really just use it to pile crap that I'm not using, which isn't a good use of space. So I'm cleaning it up, and we have this coffee can full of old cutoff wheels. We were saving them for like a year to see how many we had and used in a year, and granted this is like not anywhere near all of them, but we go through 1 or 2 cutoff wheels. Already got the ceiling up in here, the roofing metal, and now I'm taking some of this seat track from Edwin's old bus and screwing it to the rafters with big old lag screws so that we can have a place to hang stuff and a place to to hook tie downs and or straps or whatever to hang. Like, we often lift up the front of the Colonel or any other building, you know, hang it from the rafters. Well, now we can't just wrap around them. We've got this. So we've got a bunch of these hooks that just slot in there and then lock in place. So we can put those wherever we want, and then they hold a good solid amount of weight. Obviously, if we're holding a whole Power Wheels or whatever, we'll have to make sure we get one close to a rafter so it's not pulling on the middle of this bar. But we can also use it for hanging parts to paint and all sorts of cool stuff. So that's gonna be a real sweet upgrade that's super duper free. Finally, the shop is like as big as it can be, pretty much. I mean, this is the most space we've ever had in here, by far. Got rid of the whole bench on this side because we hardly ever used it, and cleaned and organized everything on that wall. So we have way more space for more projects in here at a time and just to work. That whole side of the shop is pretty much the way it was, aside from a little bit of extra cardboard insulation and covering up the windows and, you know, rearranging some tools and stuff. But basically the layout is like, this corner here is the fab corner. So we've got the welding table, which of course can be moved, but this is generally where it lives. We've got the Ameribraid belt grinders set up here, one for grinding flat stuff and one for making notches. And then we've got the Piranha, the lathe, the drill press. So this is like where we build everything, all the parts, and then the rest of the spaces for having the builds themselves sitting. Got it pretty streamlined in here compared to where we started. It's come a long ways. And at some point we'll probably try to get a new garage door because that one is pretty messed up, and it'd be nice if it was a little bit higher. I could actually get my van in here. It doesn't fit currently. So that'll be a future upgrade, but so much better than it was, so much brighter, and also, most importantly, way warmer and no more leaks on the head. So time to get the 2J mower in here for the winter. Get going on that project.
Yee-hoo.
Out here's all the, you know, full-size builds that don't fit in the shop. Obviously we've got the Ute, which is just a beast. It runs great. The turbo sounds awesome, works awesome. So that's pretty much done. We have some ideas for maybe some future upgrades, but for now we just, you know, shred around on it because it's awesome.
Seats and harnesses with the harness bar.
Yeah, some new seats and stuff would be a big deal. Some actual race harnesses, all of that. Maybe some suspension upgrades. The Tacoma definitely needs a solid axle in the front because we're constantly breaking CVs. As soon as the borders reopen to Canada, we're gonna try to get our friend Clinton from Dirt Garage to come down and help us solid axle swap it. And then of course, some real seats and harnesses for that as well, so that, you know, when we roll it, we don't die. Because, you know, the Taco's an original. We gotta keep her alive and give her some love. And then, yeah, of course there's the Triumph. Again, that's a really fun project that we want to keep working on, but the next steps are large and time consuming, but we definitely want to finish it and then take it autocrossing and, you know, drifting and whatever else we can do with it. So hiding over here is a shiny gold FC RX-7 that my friend William is gonna LS swap. We'll be probably showing that soon too, or whenever he gets around to it. He's got the motor and he's got the car, so LS swapped RX-7 should be fun.
So this is the police cop car build. It's a how-to series. It's got the CRF 230 engine in it. Pretty basic frame, and the next upgrades coming for this are we're going to make the body mount to the frame and then do some lights for it as well, and really just button it up and reinforce the frame so we can have it finished like the rest of these.
And like we said in the beginning, we will be giving away a brand new Surron with every aftermarket component from Dirty Bike Industries. But my personal Surron is gonna end up being a build series on the channel, because when I'm done with it, the only thing left is gonna be the chassis itself. I'm upgrading suspension, wheels, tires, brakes, battery, speed controller, handlebars, just everything. My goal is to get an 85 mile an hour Surron with 23 horsepower. Stock they have 6, so it's gonna be a huge, crazy build. So look forward to that one too. And you can seriously win this thing on our giveaway. Every $5 on the web store gets you an entry, and we have a bunch of new merch. We have the new beanie and a bunch of new colors. We've got the long sleeve skull tee now. That was a popular request. We got it in dark blue and black. And also from popular request, we have little cute youth tees and baby bibs, plus a new super sick hoodie. So you definitely gotta head to the store and check that out. We'll be back next week with a 2J mower build. No way, we've been leading that on for almost a year, but it's finally in the garage right now, and it's gonna be sick. I cannot wait for this project. It's a perfect project for this winter.
This is my 450 snow bike, dirt bike setup. It's a 2012 KX 450. We did a couple videos with it last winter, and it's about time to throw the snow bike back on it. So we're thinking we'd take it out for one last ride in the dirt mode, maybe in the snow, because snow is coming and already has been here. And then switch it over to snow bike mode and, you know, go for a rip in the snow as well. So, and then I'm also trying to convince Edwin to get a snow bike so we can rip together. So, you know, we're working on that too.